Guys, tomorrow you're going to get a lot of information. But my challenge, I'm going to give you a little homework assignment, okay? The first thing I tell people to do, you need to fill out your application. Well, you've probably already done that. The second thing you need to do, and I think probably one of the most important things that you can do, is figure out why are you doing this, okay? And I don't think it comes quickly. A lot of people say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm going to do that. Whatever that reason why, it needs to be something that will drive you to passion, okay? People say, oh, you know, I want a new car, I want a new house. You know what? I don't think you will do what it takes to build this business for just a new house or a new car. Okay? Passion that I'm talking about is General Washington. Okay? It's the middle of the winter. Christmas Eve. Rags on their feet, no food, no ammunition, no nothing. They decide to make a surprise attack on the British. In the middle of the night, with the fog and the snow coming down, they cross the Delaware to go attack. The thing that drove them to cross that river and to do that dangerous deed was not because General Washington wanted a new musket or a new log cabin. Okay? Whatever it is, you figure out why you're doing this. And then once you figure out why you're doing this, then you write it down so you can see it and you remind you every single day why you're doing what you're doing. You see, I never went to sign somebody up. I went there to accomplish why I was doing it. I didn't really care if somebody got in or didn't. So you say, well, how many people I got to talk to? As many as I need to. You know, you say, what was your first? You know, my wife was sick. I was sick and tired of being controlled by a stupid dollar bill. I was tired. I worked my whole life. I started working when I was like 8 or 9 years old. We didn't have a lot of money in my family. My dad said, you want to do something, you got to go earn it. I worked from 4 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, 6, 7 days a week. I never saw my family. I wanted a life. I'd seen network marketing and I knew that it could work. That's why I wanted it. Guys, I would do anything. You know, people are like, well, how many people do you have to sign up? As many as it takes. Okay? I put over 170,000 miles on my car in about a year and a half. On one car, another 50,000 on another. I literally didn't sleep. I wanted my freedom. And I think when you wanted something bad enough, then you will start realizing you get that passion. A lot of you are still at a point where you're too concerned and worried about what other people think about what you're doing. The reason why that is because your why is not big enough. You see, General Washington didn't care what those guys thought. Okay? The second thing I want you to do. Once you've figured that out and you've written it down where you can see it every single day. Guys, I wrote, I am free on every mirror in my house, on my rear view mirror. I wrote, I am free. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to be free. And I was willing to do whatever it took. Okay? Yours might be different than that. Your second thing is figure out what are you willing to do. Don't come to me and say, oh, I want to retire, I want to do this, I want to have this, Eric, I need this really bad, and then not be willing to do anything about it. When General Washington crossed the river in the middle of the night, he was really willing to risk his life. You got to figure out what are you willing to do. How much time are you going to commit to this thing? I have people all the time, oh, I want to retire in 6 months. All right. Okay, what are you going to give up? You can't continue to keep doing what you're already doing and expect a different result. If you want that thing, that why, so bad, then you've got to change something for a little bit. Okay? Whatever activity it is. And if if it's an hour a day, then focus on that hour. When I got started, it was Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That's all I had. That's all. It's like, that's it. That's all I could squeeze out. People say, hey, Eric, you want to come over to the softball game? I can't. I got to go to work. I mean, think about it. If you're going to go be a doctor and you got to do night school, if you got a test or a quiz that night with your professor, you're not going to, you know, blow that off to go play a softball game. Okay? If you got to have a second job, you can't just go blow that off because you want to go to the bowling league. If you want something bad enough, you've got to give up something. And here's the promise. Whatever you give up, you give back 100-fold. Whatever it is you enjoy doing, you're going to be able to do it 100 times more than you ever thought you would. Okay? But there's a little bit of sacrifice. Nothing comes without any sacrifice. So that's your homework. As you sit here tomorrow, we're going to talk to you, Blue and I and Colt and the rest of the people, Mark, and we're going to break it down exactly what you need to do. We're going to show you the details of that. But it won't matter if you haven't figured out why you're doing it and what you're willing to do for it. Fair enough? Okay? I'm telling you guys, once you figure that little nugget out, and you want it bad enough, and you figured out what you're willing to do for it, this business becomes fun and it becomes easy. Okay? One thing that Lifevantage doesn't have right now that we're in need of is we need people to be leaders. Okay? I don't think it was accident that Dr. McCord discovered SOD and then he happened to be the one to figure out how to trigger your body to produce it. I don't think that was accidental. I don't think it was accidental that my wife and I and Blue and Colt and these Dr. Nettles and Vince and Steve here got shown this opportunity. I don't think it's accidental that you got shown the opportunity. If those things weren't mistakes, then there's a reason why you are here. You need to figure that out. I know why I am here. I've had a lot of time in my car by myself to figure that out. Why are you here? Okay? We need leaders. We need people to step up. If this is going to be $1 billion company, and we're going to affect thousands of lives, then we need you to step up. Okay? And some of you going, well, I'm not sure. You don't have to be here today. We're going to take you down that journey, that path. Okay? But I believe that you're here for a specific reason. And some of you, your whole life you've been getting prepared for this moment. And now it's time to play. Quit waiting for everybody to do everything for you. Okay? Guys, I'm so excited for you. Like I told you today, I believe this opportunity is really special. And if we take care of what we've got here, if we don't overstate what the product can and cannot do, and we don't overstate what the compensation plan will pay, and if we take care of this, because it wasn't accidental that all these things came together, I believe that we can affect and change hundreds of thousands of lives. And again, you're here at this time right now for a reason. So anyways, come tomorrow, get some good sleep tonight. Like Jason said, get up early so you can come in and a relaxed mode, take good notes,